Hi, my name is Vanessa Palm. I am a health and fitness coach. I specialize in training ladies online remotely and of all fitness and all ages. What I'm going to share with you today is a learning curve I've quite enjoyed embarking on over the last couple of, well, call it 6 weeks. And that is around using Herbalife products. So if you were anything like me, you would have logged off already because I couldn't stand Herbalife. I absolutely hated the product. And to be perfectly honest, the emotion that I'd attached to it had nothing to do with my experience with the product itself or the range of products. It was around the branding, it was around the social marketing, it was around the networking, it was around the authenticity and the fact that I questioned it and it felt like people were shoving products down my throat. If any of this is relating to you, stick around because I just want to explain to you what's happened. So, obviously being in the fitness industry and having been in the fitness, I walked into my first gym when I was 15 years old. Nobody in my family had ever trained. I wasn't influenced by anybody in my immediate surrounding. It was just something that I did of my own volition. And the couple that owned that gym were the atypical Herbalife lose weight now, ask me how scenario. And I just couldn't stand it. They bugged me with the product. I didn't want the product. I didn't have the money to buy the product. I was 15 years old and I just wanted to do my thing and not feel guilty for not buying something. And that really set the course for me with respect to social marketing, networking and all that kind of stuff. Never mind all of that. It just also set the course for me with Herbalife products. Fast forward to many, many years later, and having dealt with countless number of clients and ladies and people, whether it be professional or looking for advice on a personal level in the gym environment, I've seen so many people jump onto all of these extreme diets where they supplement meals with shakes and then it's all well and good for a while, but it usually is a quick fix. And usually 99.9% of the time when I've seen it, and this has been my personal experience of it, and also I've attached that belief system to that outlook, and possibly I'm starting to think have maybe been a bit close-minded. But anyway, that's another discussion for another day. So basically supplementing shakes with meals, or meals with shakes, should I say, is something I didn't like and I've never liked and never subscribed to, because I felt that the minute you start eating again, you're just going to put on the weight and it's not sustainable and it's not this and it's not that. And I had a whole lot of very valid reasons as to why I felt the way I felt, but it was also weighted very heavily by the initial stigma I'd attached to Herbalife and therefore pretty much all shakes. So over the years with my own training, and without going into too much detail about that, obviously I've done the bikini prepping thing. I've never been amazing at it, but I've done it and, I achieved the kinds of results I was looking for. Just wasn't a lifestyle from a competition perspective for me. But through that, obviously, I learned, and having been a gym enthusiast for many, many years, to incorporate protein shakes into my existing process so that I could elevate the amount of protein I took in every single day. I never used them as meal replacements. I usually would just add a lean protein to my meals. And I still prescribe and subscribe to that as an outlook. Then I met somebody very close and dear to my heart who promotes Herbalife products and has done so for many years. And she had great success with it in her life and her story. And as a consequence, I found my mind opening to it and I felt compelled to at least give it the benefit of the doubt, possibly even at that stage actually looking to just take the wider protein powder that I used and rather just use the Herbalife equivalent in increasing my protein uptake every single day or intake every day. And that's basically how I started. Then lockdown happened and I started the online training group and to do that for free. But through that, I do promote new skin products. I'm not going to go into that now. I do promote those. And my only deal with the ladies was very simply, let me train you for free. We don't know where this is going. But if I promote a new skin product, trust me, you guys know me, trust me that if I promote one, I won't promote it unless I use it myself. I've used it for many years, which is true. I'm very authentic in what I do share. So I won't promote the entire range. It'll be applicable to what I use, or if somebody asks me for a recommendation. And if I feel one is worthy of recommendation, I will then share it, which is what I did with Nu Skin. But now at this stage, I'd been using the Herbalife protein. So, and because I have an account, I said, look, if anybody's interested, I don't really do the Herbalife thing, but if you're looking for a protein shake, try this Herbalife protein is great. And the meal bars are super cost effective. They're quite delicious. I'll buy them every couple of months or whatever, but I use them as a backstop. So I'll keep one in my bag if I get caught out unprepared. So I've had one sitting in my bag now for, I'm not joking, like 2 weeks. I haven't had it. So that's kind of for me where the meal bars came in. And I started promoting them in the same way as I was the other products, because it was a case of, support me in my distribution initiative. If the product appeals to you, then you're not spending any more than you would already, and you're still getting your training for free. And that's how it started. Anyway, fast forward a little further, my child's in university, and she's always looking for a bit of extra income. And as a consequence of a conversation I had with someone, they said, you know what, some of the younger kids are really, really doing well with the Herbalife stuff. Now, I'm not interested in growing distribution networks. That's not my thing. I am a health and fitness coach, specializing in training, and then I promote products by the way type thing. And my revenue stream is generated through product sales, not by growing a distribution network. But I do understand that if one felt compelled to do that, the logical potential for success is there. So I told my daughter about it. I said, look, I don't know if you want to try this, but check it out, see how it is. And so as a consequence of introducing her to the concept of possibly looking at Herbalife as an option, with this other person she's like my stepdaughter. So she has been doing this for years, and then she's taken my daughter by the hand and slowly started her on her journey. But now, when I say on her journey, my daughter hasn't started the business. She weight loss for her has been something that, which just like I walk my path and she walks her path, and she's enjoyed sports and so on and so forth, but she struggled a little bit with her weight as a teenager. The normal hormones kind of set in, and then it gets a bit, and then she started varsity and so on and so forth. So for her, the kind of mindset that I apply to my life doesn't work for her. And when she first started, she said, Mom, you know what, I want to try Herbalife, but if I'm going to do it, I want to do it the way that they say, because she had the conversations. I said, leave me out of it. You do your own thing. I'll support you in whatever you choose. And then she came back and said to me, the Herbalife way is, if you want to lose weight, is to have 2 shakes a day. And I could feel my resistance kicking in, because, by this stage now, I'd already ages ago, before this whole process, I had started blending my breakfasts anyway. So I've had a shake for breakfast anyway, but it incorporated all of the normal things I have. So oats, egg, protein, cinnamon, a bit of peanut butter if I feel like it, banana. Well, I don't really have the banana. It makes it too much, but my other half has banana. So we've been having these smoothies every single day for breakfast anyway. So when Ab said she wanted to do this thing with the smoothies, I was like, you know what, I can get my head around one shake a day, but 2 shakes a day for me is a worry. And that was the tipping point when she said, yes, but Mom, when I go back to varsity, it's not that easy to prepare meals. So this actually is a way forwards, because my problem is I end up grabbing the wrong thing or not preparing. And it's a different thing, obviously everybody's different. Some people are good at preparing. I don't mind that at all. I have the privilege of working from home 90% of the time. So for me to prepare a meal at lunchtime, for me to prepare a meal mid-morning, mid-afternoon is fine. But then I thought back to, and this is where I have egg on my face, because I thought back to conversations I've had with clients. And when I've said, it's just mind over matter. You just got to prepare. You just got to prepare your next day meal. Not everybody, is willing or able or has the time to prepare meals. And what I have found is that the Formula One product, which is not a protein-rich, it is protein, but it's a balanced meal. So it's got everything that you need in a balanced meal in a shake form. Oh, I see, even as I said, I feel like somebody overselling something. But that's what I've realized, because through my own trial and error, as I say, I'm authentic in what I recommend. So I will try something. So I tried supplementing breakfast with a shake the way I do. And I've tried then also supplementing lunch with a shake. And I was very surprised to see that I wasn't hungry. Is it me? No, I prefer to eat my food. Do I want to have shakes for me? No. But what I have realized is that it works really well for abs. She's loving it. And then some of my other clients jumped onto that. There's like a 5-day challenge that we ran just to kind of introduce you to the process. And then there's a 21-day challenge that we're running, and they're ongoing. So they start at all different times. So if you're interested, let me know. And if you want to join my training, you can let me know too. But the point of the whole story is I've spent years with a negative outlook towards shakes and with a negative outlook, but there is a time and a place for them. I'm still habitually a bit resistant to replacing 2 meals a day with smoothies. But what I have realized is that lifestyles are different. And if you are somebody who struggles to have breakfast and lunch and your snack in the morning and your snack mid-afternoon because you're working, because you're running around, maybe the smoothies work for you. Let me leave it there, because the detail then I don't want to go further down this rabbit hole. So first and foremost, if you're an old client who's watching this, and if I've absolutely vetoed any shake replacement lifestyle choices that you have presented to me, I apologize to you. I think it's very case by case based. My fear is that you do the smoothies or the shakes, and then you become complacent and you drop them and you start thinking you can eat whatever you want to. And then, so there's a whole extreme outlook mindset that I'm still a bit resistant to as a protective part of your process, as my interest is your long-term success, not just short-term results. So if any of this has spoken to any of you and it's raised any questions around possibly applying a slightly different outlook to the way that you are approaching your lifestyle, and it is actually quite cost effective too. I also thought it was very expensive. It's not. It works out to about 30 Rand a meal if you use the 2 products that you would use for your shake. 30 Rand a meal is very doable. Very, very, very doable. Obviously, you can add stuff in there like a fruit or whatever the story is if you want to make it a little more interesting and play around with the flavors. That's a different story. For 30 Rand a meal, it's very, very doable. So let me know if you're interested. We'll discuss why you're interested. We discuss what your lifestyle currently looks like. You do the 5-day challenge. It costs $170 to get your little pack delivered to you, just to carry you through the 5 days to try it out. And that's only one shake a day. But you try it out, and then we see what works for you and what doesn't work for you. I'm not saying a one-size-fits-all here. Please understand that. Shakes are not for everybody, but they might be for you. I know what works for me, what doesn't. I'm seeing what works for my daughter and what doesn't. She started to shift weight, that she struggled to move. So, contact me if you're interested. Okay, and let's see. Ladies, this is for you. When I say ladies, I don't train men. I don't work with men. It's not to say men can't do the challenge. That's fine. That's whatever, that you and your husband or whatever. But I don't work with men as an online training protocol. I work with women of all fitness and all ages, ranging from across the board. Okay. So it doesn't matter how overweight you are, it doesn't matter how unfit you are, and it doesn't matter what your age is. Provided we can clear you medically to train, you're on track. And then try this program. It works really, really, really well.